Yep, we got new fire vehicles. Very new. Modeler XBR has furnished us with a full fleet of gleaming, water-squirting, bandage-applying, ladder-climbing monsters. The Fireboys worked their butts off, and we figured it was about time they had the best. The fleet is truly phenomenal. We now have a paramedic flycar, ambulance, rescue, ladder, and engine to go with our existing brush truck and airport rig. Each vehicle is crafted with roleplay in mind, with opening gear lockers, ladders you can climb, and even a hydrant hookup. Anyway, enough of sounding like an advert. Let's take a proper look at them, shall we? Hey folks, and welcome to the real world in San Andreas. And we're stood in front of two of our first fire vehicles we'll be looking at today. These are the chief vehicle and the paramedic flycar. Same vehicle, essentially, but one of them is for the fire chief to use to respond to incident locations, and one of them here is for paramedic use. Fairly simple difference, but both of them come pretty much stock with loads of equipment. The back's loaded up with medical equipment, radios, tools, things for scenes. Both come with this. Of course, all of them have a laptop computer in the cockpit. All the usual gubbings and accessories. Basically, they're Tahoes. In fact, this is what our Leo Tahoe was before we had XBR repurpose it for us into a Leo version with law enforcement equipment. So that's why it looks familiar. Next up on the list is the International Workstar Rescue Rig. Here's the first look at it. This is the one with all the doors closed. It is a massive, massive beast. Big roller shutter doors full of gear. American flags flying. And up top, if I could actually climb on top of this one, folded down light poles, racks for tools and equipment, loads and loads of gear. Here it is fully kind of exploded, if you will. All the doors open, all the equipment bays. We have the light pole up on top that actually operates, so you can use the lighting from that to light scenes, and it is super effective. Of course, we've got gear lockers here, rescue tools, SCBA tanks, more equipment, gloves, medical supplies, things you'll need. Power tools up there for rescue purposes. More flags, which for some reason when static clip, but when you're moving, don't. Fire extinguishers, more tools, cutting gear. Generators and pump systems. Also some useful tools. There's a compressor for when you're trying to use the jaws of life, or the spreaders, torches. And we'll hop up inside the cab. Okay. First person doesn't want to work in this one for some reason. Not sure if it's because I've got certain accessories up, but it is a very, very big rescue vehicle. Huge, in fact. Massive ground clearance, so a very useful vehicle for getting to difficult scenes. Next up is the ambulance. This is a Freightliner Brawn. Brawn being the company that fit the Freightliner truck chassis into an ambulance. Okay, so we do actually have first person here. Walnut dash, because that matters. So the ambulance is basically textbook ambulance. Gorgeous. Practical. And I'll show you with this exactly how all the accessories work. So we go to vehicles, modifications, and we have access to all our various, when I find the right one I'm looking for. There we go. We can open different doors. Yeah, I started to work out the correct order for all these. But coolest of all is, yeah, that's our stretcher out the back, and you'll see more of that in a second once I open all the doors. So we go to our door menu. And we hop down. So obviously we've got all our typical medical equipment in there. More and more useful equipment. You can pop the stretcher out or inside. You can see the version that's inside as well, because I have both options checked at the moment. So in normal configuration, you've got your working environment in the back of the rig, seat for the actual paramedic, grab equipment, seating for patients and passengers, all the lockers for medical equipment. And this is exactly the same one that goes inside, but just outside. So you can set it outside at a scene and technically load a patient. Plus, there's a cool side door here, which gives us the option to sit inside or look inside and see what's going on. Radios, lockers, full equipment bays, which makes for a really cool roleplay experience on scenes, because now, rather than just having a black box in the back that has nothing but the appearance outside of an ambulance, you get to actually immerse yourself in more of a scene, which I think is really kind of cool, as the army's apparently waking up here. So next, we have the engine. And this brings something cool that I've not seen before in roleplay, which is, once we go to vehicles, mods, let's open some hatches, shall we? So all our gear lockers, you can put the doors on them or off them, depending on what you're after. Like that. So obviously you can have the doors on, but this is one of the coolest features we have. Yeah. There's a hydrant. It's static, so you kind of park the rig where you want it to be. And suddenly, you actually have a working hydrant. And my cat's appeared, excuse me. So yeah, the hydrant is a static model, which will appear at the roadside, giving really cool extra roleplay facilities to the game, that you aren't just sitting there parked up, you actually have the thing plugged in. Does matter where you park, but at the same time, looks fantastic for scenes. Tons and tons of equipment, backboards, more cutting tools, and the deck gun works. And this is a pièce. And the pièce, or the pièce de résistance, if I'm going to basically butcher the brand, is the pièce ladder. Yeah. This is an absolute beauty. And as you can see in the background, it functions. Now this version we have two of, because the first version, this one is the driving one, which when you're inside, you can drive around. We'll do that now. All the lockers open like the other vehicles. But you'll notice this one, we can drive it around. Neener, neener, neener. Yep, it's a ladder. Now, because the other one is a collision model, which means that that ladder is actually contactable, this one, once you're inside it, and the interior is fantastic, of course, you zoom all the way up there. Because the model's a lot bigger in GTA scale. But we can put the outriggers in and out on the sides, which lets us actually put those in place for stability. And you can climb the ladder up to the basket, which you can position various heights and locations around the ladder and use for accessing rooftops and buildings in fire scenes, which is super cool. In fact, I'll show you that now. And there's into vehicles, modifications, and we go to 6. And we've got a big one there. One there. In fact, let's go up that one. That looks fun. Climb up on top of this beast. And all the way to full extension on the ladder, which takes us to really useful height in terms of using this for active scenes in the city. Not bad for Grand Theft Auto, and the XBR's done a phenomenal job with all these vehicles, to the extent that we can have so much fun with fire roleplay. Let's get down. Yep, I can parachute off a vehicle. Look at how far GTA 5 has come. Ah, yeah, never thought I'd ever be able to parachute off a vehicle. But there you go. There's our Pierce ladder, which of course these join our usual brush truck, and the airport fire vehicle, both of which you've seen before, giving us a full comprehensive fire fleet that all of us at ARP are really proud of, and gives us a fantastic opportunity to broaden the roleplay from just cops and robbers to far more intricate and exciting rescue emergency scenes, which honestly I think are some of the most fun we do. Now, I know a lot of people always ask in the comments, how do I join ARP, or is it accepting applications? You can. There is an application link on the screen, and there is one in the description. So if you go there, make sure you're over 16 years of age. That's a hard and fast rule we have. And when you actually apply, make sure you give more than one sentence answers. We like to know a bit about you guys, so if you apply, let us know who you are. Tell us some of your background and history, your interests. It doesn't have to be a lot of roleplay experience, just tell us about you. Applications are always open, so if you like this, come on and join us. Thanks for watching, guys. Trust me, there'll be a lot of fire happening in the future. A lot of fire. And accidents and cutting people out of vehicles, and here comes the rain again. Dynamic weather. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.